on that as well, friends and like judging. So I want to talk about mate date. I'm going on a
date.
I'm going on a mate date. I'm going on a mate date.
What's that?
So I think I made it up. I don't know, maybe. But you know when you like meet someone new, so in a social situation.
Oh, like a friend, like a mate, like a friend.
Yeah, a friend. Yeah, exactly. So I went out with a mate and we went to this like film screening, met some really lovely people. Then we ended up at like a pub in the West Village. Actually, it was somewhere else before that, but left the pub soon afterwards. And there was this amazing guy, his name's Andrew, and I just got on with him so much. I thought he was like incredible. He's from the north, from the north of England, photographer, a little older than me, fabulous gay guy. And we like exchanged numbers and like we're going to go like hang out. And so we're going to be going tomorrow to an Italian restaurant. I think actually how it started with the Italian restaurant is because I'm so fussy with my Italian food because I like spent like every year in Italy from when I was like 19. Haven't been for a good few years.
So you like know Italian food.
I really
do.
It's
the best.
I'm actually going to Palermo this month.
Oh, I'm
so it's really exciting.
Jealous. For work?
No, just to hang out. Just
amazing.
hang out. I'll be in Europe for work, but then I'm going to be going there for a bit. So like, I love it. So I think I was like banging on about like, there's no places in New York that I think is like amazing. You know, just being a bit of a twat. But actually, I do like Evelina in Fort Greene.
Yeah,
that's really good.
So beautiful.
So there are some like great places, but I'm like really fussy. And I was like banging on about it. Definitely like had a couple cocktails. And then he said, oh, there's this really nice place that I like called Parma. We should go. So anyway, cut long story short, we're going. And I feel really nervous for some reason. I don't know why. You know, sometimes when you're like in a big group setting, and it's like happened with us actually, like you are in a much bigger setting. There's like 10 people, whatever. And then you like really get on with someone and then you take that out of the group and like, is it going to work? Is it going to be like interesting?
Totally.
And funnily enough, I feel it's like much more high stakes or whatever than like going on a date with a guy.
Yeah.
Because it's like friends
a
are
new
like
friend
so,
date.
New friend date.
New mate
like
date.
So, say that again.
New mate date. New mate date. Oh my God. No, it is. It's scary because first of all, is it sustainable outside of that bubble of friendship?
Yeah.
Second, it's like one-on-one. And third, I mean, I don't know about you, but I haven't made a new friend as an adult in like 10 years.
What about me?
Oh, you're right. You're right. Okay, fine. Let me revise that. Like we've known each other what, 3 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That.
Okay. So like,
what about me? Why am I saying that? I'm so awkward.
No, because you're already in. Like you're a friend. I'm not like you're not new anymore. But I guess you are new. But that's my point. Like it's like how often do you make new friends as adults, right?
Big time.
So this is exciting.
Totally. And I can really speak to that. Like moving here when I was 35, it was like so hard, and I built up like. In London, I had the most amazing support system. Like I love my friends so much. I still speak to them every day. So that's like been such a struggle. If I moved to America when I was like 20, it would have been a different story. Whereas like it's harder to make friends.
We have to talk about that because that's like a big move when you're older. With kids too, you move to New York City from London. That's like a crazy start over.
And then divorce, babes.
Okay, we got to talk about that.
Yeah, we can really talk about that.
We'll talk about it
later. But yeah, it's just really exciting when you meet someone and you're like, you think you'd like really get on. So yeah, I have to tell you how it goes. I'm excited about it. Just gonna like catch up.
Now, do you have an agenda? Because when I make a new friend, like, for instance, I'm now friends with Jesse's ex-girlfriend from high school. She's so cool.
Lovely.
I'm, like, so happy she's cool because, like, if he dated her, it's kind of a reflection of me being cool if she was cool, too.
100%.
I don't know. I just like that he dated another cool girl.
Totally.
But anyway, so we're friends now, and we've gotten 2 coffees. Wow. And I have to say, the first time I had a little agenda in my head.
Okay.
Because I'm okay with, like, a silence, a natural pause. But I just wanted to, like... be prepared.
I have never done that.
You don't have little bullet points of what you'll bring up, what you'll talk about? What are you going to talk about?
I think I just go in there. God knows.
You raw dog it.
Oh my God, rawdogging. You know, rawdogging is actually the niece of liming, by the way. So we should talk about that liming task that you gave me.
Wait, what do you mean raw dogging is the niece of liming? Raw dogging has nothing to do with liming.
Oh no. I think it does, because the thing is, I just found this out the other day. So I was talking about our liming task that you gave me, where I had to lime and like
for 10 minutes or 7 minutes. Did you do it?
I did it today on the train.
Oh.
Yeah. I had to. It took a long time. Like I'm very like deadline focused, so
Okay.
I was like, shit, I've got to do
Okay.
it. I'm like on the L now, but I did it, and it was really, really good. Actually, there was this woman opposite me, and she was looking at me funny. I was like, shit, that's why I normally wear my shades or like my headphones. But then she smiled at me, and I was thinking,
connection. What
It
happens
was
when you
like
slow
connection.
down?
I was like, I'm like so awkward sometimes. Seriously, I just think, bloody hell, it's definitely me. It's not them.
No, you're not awkward. But what did your liming entail? You just like sat there on the subway.
I just
you
sat
weren't
on the
scrolling.
subway,
You just looked.
yeah, and there was nothing like too crazy that happened on the subway
Yeah.
because that's also why I like to distract myself. But it was really good. I really liked it, and I was like thinking through some things, and it was all like very naturally in my head rather than like song lyrics or a podcast, you know.
Yeah.
So it was really good. So
a
I'm
moment of
glad I did
reflection,
that.
right?
Yeah, no, it was really
Cool.
really
I'm glad you did your homework.
No, I really liked it.
Okay, but what is raw dogging?
Okay, so raw dogging is what the Gen Alphas say. My daughter's Gen Alpha. She hasn't said that, by the way, but it's like the younger generation, and it means that you're going to do something without like preparing or practice or anything like that.
Oh,
yeah.
like how I just used it.
Yeah. So people say things like, I'm going to raw dog this like 6-hour flight. So no telly, no sleeping, just like do that. So I was like,
Cool.
oh my God, but I don't really, raw dogging, it's just like, oh, and raw comes from like, raw dogging is like a sexual
It's
thing.
a sex term, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. So I'm
yeah.
like, oh my God, like what is happening
It
right now?
sounds like it sounds like mean or something.
Yeah.
But I guess I like raw dogging. I like the idea of not preparing
What
for
type
a
of raw
flight.
dogging?
Well, yeah. This kind we're talking about. Because that does relate to what we're trying to do here, right? Like
But liming is more old school, and I think I prefer liming. It's
so,
connected
but
to
they're
our-
not opposites of each other.
I feel like they're the same. That's why I think like raw dogging is like a modern version of saying like they're liming. You're just like sitting there not doing anything. Whereas I think liming is better. It's like Caribbean. It's like old school. So
Limes are like pretty and tropical.
exactly.
A raw
Not raw
dog is
dog.
like disgusting.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking. So yes, I do raw dog new conversations, but maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. I just think like it's kind of exciting and interesting. And as I said, it's more for me, more at stake than just like going on a date and things like that.
Yeah.
And we might not connect, but it'll be good. So we're gonna have some dinner.
I think it's very bold to do dinner too. I'm like coffee girl. Like it's like
Yeah.
a dip in. But
Oh my
you're like
gosh.
you're raw dogging like deep.
Oh my
You're
God, don't.
jumping into the lake.
So tell me more about this agenda. Oh my gosh, how does that work? Do you say hi? I introduce myself, get my 2-minute spiel about
No,
New
I
York.
do not. No, I'm very casual.
the weather?
I'm very casual. I just, I have written it in my iPod notes before, but because my brain doesn't work sometimes. But I just have 4 points to talk about. Like maybe it relates to like the friend group we have or like the place we last saw each other or like, I just want to like have things in store.
But we're both in similar things like archiving, history, arts, culture.
Fun. And also I like that he suggested Parma because I would like to go there.
Yeah, he did
My
suggest
favorite
it.
Italian restaurant is La Conda Verde in the city, I'd say, in Tribeca.
Oh, I have to go.
So good.
I
The
need to check out.
rolls, oh my God.
What are they? The rolls?
They're like not even Italian, but the bread basket is just, oh my God.
Yum.
Oh.
Okay, maybe we should go there together.
Yeah.
Can we?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do a date.
Okay.
There.
I won't have an agenda because there's plenty to, we can chat. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But how have you been feeling anyway? I think like before we recorded, I said I felt a bit like, because I'm
know.
like doing a sugar detox, but that's for like another discussion, my sugar addiction.
Yeah.
But how are you feeling like health-wise and stuff?
I feel I'm so tired. It's so boring. I keep saying how tired I am, but I've been woken up every single night for a year and a half since I had my son. So I just like my brain is like not working optimally. But I feel good. The only thing at 40 that I feel is different is that I literally like can't drink anymore and I hate it because I love like a beautiful cocktail. I still have cocktails and wine, but like I have one. Like the answer for me is always one now, and I hate that. But like can't drink like I used to.
It's so crazy.
It's crazy.
That's been happening to me, and I'm like, how has this happened? I'm 38, but it's been happening for the past year and a half, and I have no idea why. And I'm asking loads of people. Some people have said it's because we don't drink as much as we used to, and I think that might have something to do with it. Also, I didn't didn't really grow up in a culture, like a family rather. I mean, British culture is hardcore drinking, but like my family, it wasn't really like big. My
me
mum's
too. My
household,
mom
we
doesn't
didn't
drink.
have alcohol
No, we
in
didn't
the
either.
house. So I think that's it. And I'm really fussy. I'm
think
like
it's
the worst
metabolic.
person ever. Like I just really like cocktails kind of thing.
Yeah, they're so I love a cocktail.
Yeah.
It's like it's ritualistic, you
But
know.
after a couple, I'm terrible.
No.
And actually, this is what's quite nice about the guy as well that I'm going on my mate date with. He doesn't drink. So I quite like that as
I'm
well.
meeting a lot of people who don't drink.
I'm not gonna
This is
drink.
like probably like I'm behind the times, but I think people have figured out that newsflash, it's bad for you.
And yeah, totally. I think, I mean, I definitely like to have a drink, but I can't have more than two. If I have more than two, I feel terrible or I'm just like a twat or something.
Are you a twat?
I think
a twat?
so. A twat.
It sounds prettier when you say
My
it.
friend told me it's called hangxiety.
It is.
Have you heard of that? I've never heard of that. To me, that's amazing. Where you're like hanging, and it's like anxiety. Because if I have like more than two and a bit or something, it depends if it's for a shorter period of time. I'm just like, I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, what did I say? Was I being like a little bit loud? And I'm like, I'm already like loud. You know what I mean? I can't have like double crystal. You know what I mean? Fucking nightmare.
That's why I never have done coke in my life because I feel like I'd be so annoying.
Oh my
Just,
God,
like,
it
talk
is
so
an
much.
annoying
But
drug.
I feel like you're probably lovely when you're drunk.
Oh, I don't know.
But I think 2 or 1 is like the answer these days.
Definitely.
What else? You're 38. Are other things changing for you?
Yeah.
You feel good or what?
Well, it makes me think about these conversations that like a lot of my mates are having who are older about like menopause and all this stuff about how your body changes. I mean, that's something that my mum like never talked to me about at all, but it seems to go on for fucking ages. And now I need to focus on that because actually the women in my family go through menopause earlier because I've been seeing my mates on the WhatsApp groups talking about it. So I said to my mum, like, tell me a bit. And she said, oh yeah, we go for it early. And I'm like, fucking hell,
What does early
Mum.
mean? Like 40?
In
Whoa.
40s, yeah. So now I need to get on that and I need to start like learning more about it and like
I think we should do an episode on maybe what we're doing to what's like to ease into perimenopause or to prepare our bodies whenever it hits.
Totally. I think I'm one of those people as well. I need to be more in tune with my body, like I never knew when my period came. Now I've got this app, so I'm a bit more above it. Like I just don't know. So I'll be like really like grumpy, feeling terrible. And then like the next day my period comes and it's like, of course,
Yeah.
So I think like I really do need to like plug into like what's going on. So that's why it's like so useful to have like women who can tell you, but I really want to know more about like science.
I'm going to set aside some time to try to use a menstrual cup because for years and years, friends have told me they loved it.
Yeah.
I hate the waste of a tampon, you know,
Yes.
more plastic. Like I hate waste. It sucks.
Yeah.
So I finally, since I'm on more of my own schedule now, I set aside some time and I tried using a menstrual cup. Was so easy.
Yeah.
I set aside an hour. It took like minutes.
Yeah.
And I love it. It's
You
life
do?
changing. You change it like twice a day. I mean, depending on how heavy your flow is, mine isn't that heavy. So I change it like once or twice a day.
Yeah.
And it's like a cute little cup and it works.
Yeah.
And it's reusable.
The Moon Cup is good. I've used it a lot throughout the years, but I've stopped because firstly my periods are so heavy and they're getting even heavier. I have like thyroids, which I found out.
So you can't use it. It's too heavy for a cup. It like overflows.
There's a few different layers. So thyroids means that it's so heavy, so you have to change all the time. Normally, actually, which is like a nightmare, I would have to use a pad and a tampon.
Oh my God.
Because it's so terrible. So there's that. But also, I feel like it's just not convenient at all. Like, to be able to change the Moon Cup, we call it, maybe Moon Cup is the brand.
I like that name though. It's
The Moon
cute.
Cup. You need a sink in the loo. So like you can't do that in most public loos. Like you need to be able to come out with like your bloody Moon Cup. You know what I mean? It's just like really, it's not convenient.
But what
it
about
doesn't
this?
work.
Can you dump the blood into the toilet and then wash it out? Because it's like, we're all like
But where do you wash it out?
in the sink.
So
I
you
don't care
dump
about
it in the
other people
loo
seeing
and then you come out and you do that. I mean, you could totally do that. But I think like there's too many steps really.
Yeah, of course it is a little inconvenient to like walk out of the stall and, rinse out your menstrual cup. But also I don't really care if other people in the bathroom see me rinsing out a menstrual cup. Like it's like part of my thing.
Totally. No. I really agree with that. I just think like it needs to be, first they do actually different sizes and stuff, but then the bigger one was uncomfortable for me and then it wasn't appropriate. There's two different types, what I remember. Overall, I think yes, we should have it, but we also need to make things more accessible. And I think it's just very difficult if you're like coming in and out of a bathroom, you're already kind of like leaking. It's just like a lot.
And also, what if you spill the cup?
Oh my God.
Like, I know I'm going to be wearing white pants one day and spill.
Oh my God.
But I still love it and I'm down to use it. But yeah, it's not perfect.
No, it's not perfect, but I think it's like a pretty good start. Do you know what I did read? Someone said online for heavy periods. This is disgusting, by the way.
What?
They said a diaper.
They wear a diaper?
They wear a diaper. I was like, what? Because the thing is, can you imagine? It's huge, right?
It's huge.
It would actually like really work.
Yeah.
What do you think
what about like
about that?
Thinks and those undies, the period?
What are those? Oh, I've used those. They're not good.
They don't do
I
it
know.
for you? It's
Yeah,
too
I've
heavy?
basically been on this whole journey for like 15 years. Those work for some friends. They don't work for me. They will work for me towards the end of my period.
Okay. So yours is
they're
really
okay.
heavy.
Yeah, it's like so bad.
Okay, we got to figure this out for you
I
because I have
know.
friends also who have period ailments, and it's no good.
Yeah.
Like to navigate life and deal with this, it's a lot.
I don't have endometriosis, thank God.
Good.
But it's like a shitty time of the month.
Yeah, we gotta figure that out.
Yeah,
but I do love how my son. I didn't even. Okay, this is going back to kids being perceptive. I didn't even tell him. I mean, he sees me like with tampons and stuff, but he goes, "Is that your blood cup?"
Oh,
and he's
my
4.
gosh, that's amazing.
And I never said anything about it.
Wow.
Like he just has been watching. I don't
And
even
I love
know.
it your son knows that as well.
I do too. I mean, I think
what I mean?
boys should learn about periods in school.
Totally. I'm telling Ivo often to go get me some like tampons or whatever.
It's part of life. It's
They
not
need
gross
to.
or shameful.
But back to soft life. So I've been telling loads of people about this podcast and like all different types of people, genders, whatever. Everyone's like really into it, right? They say it's fantastic. A lot of blokes as well, right? And I was speaking to this guy about it and he said, the thing with me is that I'm very much in search of a soft life, but when I work like crazy hard and like go at it, and I like that pace, right? The stress pace. And then there'll be times where it's more like chill. So how would he manage that? And the thing is, that is exactly like me as well. Like, you know, doing journalism jobs, although this isn't like a journo podcast, right? This is us just like talking about our lives. But in that environment, right, is very high stress. Okay. And you are constantly like hitting deadlines. It's like they always say like busy newsroom, there's a lot of adrenaline. And like, I like that. I actually feel like I work well under stressful kind of environments. And I think that ADHD article kind of talked about that as well, like how ADHD people function really well under high stress environments. And then when it's chill, I can like chill. So that got me thinking about if I want the soft life, how's that going to work for me? I don't want the soft life to be a situation where I can change completely who I am. And I'm just someone who wants to have it like this.
You like the thrill of a deadline and getting it done.
Yeah, I like to be able to like really get myself into something. Even like getting like, I'm someone where I really get like into like challenges, addicted to challenges, trying something new. It reminded me of like, you know, we're trying to find an editor, right? And I'm like, I could just learn it. Like, why not? You know, like I know sound, right? Why
Absolutely
not Adobe? And I love that we had a conversation about this and you were like, actually, we don't really have like the bandwidth. We should like get someone to do it. And like, that's such a like, I'm glad that part of this journey for us, and I think like people listening should try and do the same thing, where you will have your partner in crime, right? You've got your partner saying to you, you're essentially talking each other off a ledge of something that is so normal, right? I think my gut's real good, but I think actually when it comes to navigating towards a soft life, I still go a completely different way is my like natural response. It's almost like you're my like navigation, like to keep me on track. And so it's kind of made me think about that with the soft life. If you're someone like me where you love learning new things, that's like a key part of your identity and problem solving. And I say this while also admitting that sometimes I think, why am I like this? It's like really fucking hard. Actually, it can be really hard if you constantly want to try new things, but I like that about me, and I think that's what a lot of my friends and family like about me, that I'm like a curious person. I like learning stuff. So there's that balance, right, of like leading with that curiosity, but also knowing when to like chill the fuck out and like you don't have to learn a new bloody skill. And then there's also, feel that personality where you thrive off of like energy and like movement. Like movement is super important to me, and then having something so different in tone and in feel. Like, how does that work? I don't know. What do you think? What do you think about that?
Well, I think there's a lot here. I think you've said that you're a workaholic before, but also no,
I don't know.
That's reductive. So I don't mean to lead with that, but
Yeah.
I think you have a really strong work ethic. I think you get satisfaction out of doing your work beautifully.
I like my job. I think that's part of the problem.
You like your job. You're passionate.
I'm
you have a
passionate,
lot of energy.
But I do like not working as well. But
I know
you're
you do.
right. We can talk about workaholic because it's true. There's some interesting ideas about that.
I like that you mentioned that because I think you can still have the soft life and be all those things.
Yeah.
I mean, not a workaholic, but passionate and energetic and driven. You know, it's not, those two things aren't at odds, right? Like, and also, like, remember we were talking about this, that there are all these studies that show that mild to medium stressors actually benefit you cognitively. It actually like strengthens like neuron connections in your brain versus stress, like real terrible stress and chronic stress, which like changes your brain and leads to blood pressure and heart issues. Like it's studied.
Yeah.
So yeah, the soft life, we can't say this enough, right? It's not just like putting yourself away and not engaging in challenges.
Yeah.
But it's doing that, but like sort of like filling the rest of your life, the majority of your life, with the things that
matter to you the most.
Matter to you and are calming and rejuvenating.
Yeah, and being satisfied, totally satisfied, like in those spaces. Totally. And I love the fact that you just mentioned about like the healthy stress and the stress that's not healthy. And I think that would be really interesting to like interrogate. But for you, where are the soft life challenges, do you think? Like putting you on the spot here.
Good question. I guess, funnily, the challenge is for me right now is working. I'm gravitating more towards just being a parent. I have to work.
Yeah.
And so it's right now the challenge is getting jazzed about working.
Yeah.
Because I'm more jazzed about being a parent right now.
Yeah.
So different challenges.
Yeah. So your homework task is, I want you to really immerse yourself in an album by an artist, a musical artist, from start to finish. I want you to listen to an album from start to finish in an age where it's like playlist heavy, and I love my playlists. I have a million, which I just enjoy so much. But actually, let's listen to an artistic body of work and really take it in, because artists spend a lot of time thinking about order. And now we don't really do that. And I want you to, give yourself that opportunity to luxuriate in a record that means something to you. And it can be fun, or it can be like thinky.
That's it.
Thank you.
See you next time.